is Reg and I'm the Paper Junkie, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do a review of the CNS Designs Design Your Life Planner for 2019. And actually I'm pretty sure that a lot of people already know this brand since it has been one of the favorites in the planner community here in the Philippines. And so CNS Design sent me this to review, and I actually was really happy when they reached out because I really admire the way they package their brand, how or what their planners look like. So without further ado, let's proceed to the review. So the 2019 Design Your Life Planner, let's go to the basic specifications first. So it's a 12-month weekly planner from January to December, and it's actually the same as the regular planners or the common planners we have. That's enough for a year. So that's from January to December of 2019, and then the size is 6.75 inches by 7.75 inches, including the binding, as you can see here, which is rose gold wire binding, by the way. So it's really pretty, especially if you're a girl or a lady and you really love rose gold. So I think this would appeal very much to you. So the cover is hard with matte finish, and this is something I really noticed compared to the previous planner that I saw before. The tabs are now laminated, so at least it'll be stronger or sturdier, so it can withstand any bending, or when, for example, if you're putting it inside your bag and for some reason it gets folded. So this time it's stronger sorry it's stronger, so it won't get folded, or maybe it won't tear when you put it inside your bag. So aside from that, we can flip through so we can see what's inside the planner. So as you can see here, there's about me section, so just in case you leave your planner behind, or you go to the library and you forget that it's on the table, or if you're in the office and then somebody would ask, or you leave the planner accidentally while in a meeting, so at least you can write here the about me section, your contact number, just in case you need to. I personally prefer not to write personal information in here, but maybe just in case you go out of the country and you leave your planner accidentally, then at least it'll be easier for other people to locate you. So it has this bookmark that you can remove and put on the current day or week that you want. Like for example, we can put it here so that it would be easier for you not to browse the page anymore. So I'm not sure how. Okay, there. So like for example, it's already August 21 and you would want to easily flip through, then the bookmark is in here, and it's a page marker. That's what I was actually thinking of, and I love that it's detachable and you can transfer it every time. And it's a bit hard, it's like cardboard, or so you can actually, I believe it's stronger or sturdier than other page flags I've seen before, so you can transfer it anytime you want to a page or a week. That's the current week or day. So aside from the page marker, you can see here small page for, not a small page, but 2 pages back to back for pockets. So you can put here, aside from stickers and this calendar, oh, there's a calendar for the year. So you can put here stickers and this cute little card from CNS Designs with the social media handles and a short message from CNS. So that's really cute. And then you can put stickers in here, or put receipts and important papers that you would need at least there's a container. So that's actually one of my favorite things about planners. There should be at least a sticker, not a sticker, sorry, a pocket where I can put papers, because sometimes I actually, no, not sometimes, I track my personal expenses, so I keep receipts, and sometimes I just put it in my bag and then later on forget that there's a purchase for this certain thing on this certain day. So it, with pockets in my planner, it would be easier for me to actually store those receipts and other important papers like coupons and other stuff like that. So in the right side, you can see there's a quote from Paul Rand. And for the first part of the planner, which is the goals part, there's a goal setting. So if you know me personally and if you see my Instagram account, you will see that I'm really into trying to get into goal setting every last quarter of the year, and it's something that I really want to focus on, especially with the coming new year. So you have here your goals for the year for personal, work, or career and relationships. And then the second part is, or this is the first time that I've seen this or heard of this, but it says here it's the fears. The exercise is called Fear Setting, developed by Tim Ferriss. By defining your fears, which prevent you from achieving your goals, you actually eliminate them. Oh, so that's pretty interesting. So we move on to the next page. It says here the plan. So you have to create a roadmap by listing 12 action steps or monthly milestones towards achieving your goal. So I think there's, even though you have here like 3 spaces for your goals and then there are 2, you can just copy the format and then maybe put it here, insert it here, imitate the way that this was done so that you can just include it here, or maybe you can put it in a separate notebook. I've seen people in the planning your journal community have this goal notebook or something else that they do to track specific goals. And then for the last part, you can see here accountability. So have someone be your accountability partner and schedule quarterly checks so that you will be able to achieve your goals. And then it's really fun to actually have an accountability partner. So I've seen this mentioned a lot of times before in goal setting, and it helps you be more conscious of trying to achieve your goals with a specific timeline. So that's for the goals part. And then we have here the events. So it's just an overview or a glance of the year, and then some spaces for you to write what events or particular special holidays or events, birthdays you would want here. But actually, I prefer birthdays to be written on the monthly overview, so we'll get to that in a few seconds or minutes. It depends. So in here, you'll see the list. So we only have 1 page for the events, and here you have the lists. So there's a couple of lists. This is the gift list. So it's actually so thoughtful of CNS to include this, because sometimes, you know, when you have your family and friends, you already know their birthdays, but you also need to consider your budget when giving them gifts. So it's really important to put here the gift list so that you can stay in your budget while still successfully being thoughtful to your family, friends, and loved ones. So here we have 6 sections for lists. So like, I'm not sure if we have other features here, so we will know later on if I flip through, because actually this is the first time that I'm flipping through the pages of the Design Your Life Planner, although it came, as I mentioned, last Friday, or I'm not sure if I've mentioned it already, but it came last Friday. But I wasn't really able to film since I left early for breakfast yesterday, that Saturday. So I'm just filming it today, morning time, so that I'll have good lighting. Okay, so you can put here, for example, TV shows I need to watch or are referred to me by other people, movies to watch, things I want to do for the summer, things I want to do for Christmas next year, places I want to go, restaurants to try, stuff like that, activities I would like to try this year. And then we have here last time. So track the last time you had a doctor's or dentist appointment, a car maintenance, a haircut. So that depends on what you want to track in here. Like you can track your when was the last time that you brought your pet to the groomer or the pet shop for grooming, and his or her vaccines. So that's a good way to track, like if you actually have an activity that needs to be done periodically or quarterly or monthly, bi-monthly, stuff like that, so that it would be easier for you to track. Oh, I should have brought or bought this thing and done this thing, but I wasn't able to, so I need to really schedule it. And it's helpful for you to be aware of what and how to plan your month or week. So we have here the monthlies, a monthly tracker for your recurring to-do lists, events, habits, and etc. So at least, like for example, you can put here bills, although I know that there's a cash flow tracker or an expense tracker in here. But if you have habits, like for example, you need to update your vlog or your blog monthly, if that's what you want, then you can do it here. But this is actually just giving you the ability to list down stuff that would be recurring monthly, and so it will help you out. Just in case you would want to track like stuff that you need to do on a quarterly basis or bi-monthly, you can just try to shade in the corresponding month that you don't have to check or track for that current month. So for example, if you're tracking something quarterly, then you shade January and February, and then just leave the March box open, and then April, May, shade it, and then just leave the June box open. So that's actually a tip, and it's something that I did for my bills tracker this year. So we have here the cash flow. You can see here the income, and then the savings, and then the expenses you have for the month. So it's really easy. It would be easier for you to fill this out if you have an expense tracker. So I have an app on my phone. I'm not really that comfortable with writing down all my expenses, all my income and other money related stuff in my planners, but I keep it in an app that I have on my phone. The savings tracker, I do take note of it. So also there's a debt tracker in the lower section for you to track credit card bills and other loans that you have. Then there's a key here. This is a password tracker. Categorize the sites under its first letter to help you retrieve it faster. So for example, if you're the forgetful type of person who's not really good in memorizing his or her password, then you can put it here. So use shortcut codes or names that only you understand. Yeah, so I was actually about to say that, because personally I'm not really that comfortable with, same thing with money trackers or cash or expense trackers. I'm not really comfortable in putting it down on paper, because what if you lose your planner and then you write all your passwords there? So somebody might log into your account and hack your page and post whatever they want. So for this section, you would see here there's a site, and then user email, password, and then some notes. So what you can do is, since this has already been categorized with a bunch of letters, so for Facebook you can put it here, for Twitter you can put it here, for YouTube you can also put it here. So my advice, and it's also there with a pro tip, do not put your exact password there. Just put, like for example, if your password is should I give examples? Like for example, it's not advisable to also put your birthday or your partner's birthday or your anniversary as a password. So what you can do is actually think of a strong password and just put a quick clue of what it is, or a trigger, so that you could actually remember it without putting exactly the words there. So the next page is the actual planner itself. So as far as I remember, each month has a different design theme. So for January, it's this. So as you can see, there's a monthly page saying here January, and then power word or phrase for the month. So I personally do one word each year. So last year it was thrive, and then the year before that I forgot what it is, what it was. So but this coming year it's be intentional. So maybe it would be nice excuse me, it would be nice to have like a motivational phrase that you can put in here so that you can focus on that. And when you try to look back every month, or when you try to plan every week, and then you see this, then you can actually do something about, or that's related to your power word or phrase. Then there's a goal statement. So maybe if you have one monthly goal that you can write in here so you can focus on that goal. And then we have here a brain dump section, a section for your significant picture you would want there, or you can just put a card with a design or quote in there if you would want. Then there's a sleep tracker in here, and then there are two other spaces. I believe these are for trackers also, so you can use them maybe to track your steps, to track your water intake. And then we have here the expense tracker, so it's actually monthly, and then once you get the total of this, you can transfer it here. So for January, the expense is this. Okay, so this is the the weekly section, or let's proceed with the monthly first. Sorry about that. So I love spacious monthly sections because I tend to write a lot on the monthly, since I really like seeing my month at a glance and being able to know that, oh, this one is I have a dinner at this day, I have an appointment on this day, my boyfriend is on duty on that day, and stuff like that. So there's also a small calendar at the right side for the previous month, and then a small one also for the next month, and then there's a space again here. So what you can do as a tip is to write your priority. Since you only have one goal statement here, you can write your priority tasks for this month, and then or just design it or doodle on it, whatever you want. And then we go on to the weekly. So the weekly spreads are actually quite spacious. It starts on December 31, so you can use your planners before the new year. And there's a quote each week, and the calendar with the current week highlighted or in a different color, that's color red. And that's pretty much the same layout for the week or for the whole month, so with different quotes. And so it's already February, and it's pretty much the same layout, just a different theme or design as I mentioned. So we're just going to flip through each page, and I'm going to speed it up so that you won't get bored of me flipping slowly. So I stopped the flip through because I noticed that this one's pretty blank, but it has guided or guide dots, dot guides, whatever you want to call them. So I think this is the part where you can design your own month, or maybe just live it this way if you want a minimalist month, since the other ones are pretty colorful and have a lot of designs. So that's for November. And then there's December, which is the last month of the year. And then you have here the travel section, where you have a travel checklist for clothing, accessories, toiletries and beauty, electronics and medication. So you have to take note of what you regularly pack or need to pack. Like for example, the important ones: passport, cash or cards, ticket, and then the IDs. So it also has 3 sections for 3 major travels. So there's maybe if you have a major trip, like a trip to Japan or a trip to the US and a trip to another country, or maybe locally, you can put it here: the date, the temperature, where you're staying at, when's the departure, and when's the return flight, things to bring, places to eat, and things to buy that are specific to the place where you're traveling to, and then an itinerary. And then the last section is for notes. So there's ruled pages, and there are dotted pages and blank pages. So you can choose to use them in any way you like. Like for example, for dots, it's for something you would want to work on, and for lines are just for notes or brain dumps. If the brain dump section in the monthly overview is not enough for you, I know it wouldn't be enough for me, because I really tend to write a lot of things when ideas just spring up in my mind. And then maybe you can just use the blank pages to design whatever you would want to design, or doodle in it, draw or sketch, whatever. And then the last page is for you to write what you know would be the events for the next year, so it would be easier for you to plan out, or just to transfer the plans or events for next year when you buy your new planner. So that's pretty much it for this 2019 Design Your Life Planner. I forgot to focus on the stickers earlier, so we have here some emojis or emotion stickers, and then just plain colored dots, and then word stickers and icon stickers for when, like for example, if you're going to travel, eat outside, there's a birthday celebration, where you're currently at, and when you're working, mood stickers that are words. So you can actually use this when you're working or designing in your planner. So that's it, and I really love the design and the theme for the Design Your Life Planner. It's not, maybe for some reason they find it boring for each month to have the same layout, and if you're that kind of person, then I believe the Design Your Life Planner is perfect for you, since as you noticed, there's a month where you can create your own layout for you to have your creativity and inspiration to be encouraged. So that's it. If you like this planner, then you can just visit their website. I will put the link down below, but as far as I know, it's already available in the major bookstores here in the Philippines, and they also ship internationally. So I hope you like this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for you to see more of the videos that I do every now and then. So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!